Mm.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening. Good evening, Vita.
Ma'am, I have doubt in the test. The
The-
test answer. Okay.
Okay, I will discuss. Okay, so I request you all to keep your videos turned on so that I can move ahead with the class. And I cannot keep on repeating the same things again and again. So kindly keep it on. Sudhamshu, Subhansh has already messaged. Abhigya, Meher, Aryan, Ayoneja. Meher, Aryan, Ayoneja, please keep your videos on. Okay. Now, first, who was asking me about the doubt? Abhinav?
Yes, ma'am.
First, you can ask your doubt, then we will discuss the homework questions which I gave in the last class, and then we will discuss a few more. Yes, please tell me.
Ma'am, in the test paper, there was unbalanced equations, right? Identify the unbalanced equations.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll have to think of what equation was it. I think I can see the test. If I can see, then it would be so good. The first one was the answer was the first one that
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
tell, but I will tell you why it was the first one. Preview this. Yeah. So this is the question which you people saw on the test, right? I'll just take the screenshot and I'll write it here only. Fine. So this question, oh, we cannot. So is this question visible to you when I'm sharing the screen, or it is all black?
Ma'am,
It's
it's
all black.
black.
And I'll just see you quickly. Okay, I'll tell you here. You can see here. The question, the option was the correct option, which was actually incorrect, was this one. Why? Because, can anyone like to tell me? Or shall I only tell?
Ma'am, actually, the hydrogen released should be of two atoms, ma'am.
Yes. The hydrogen atom doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. We count the number of atoms while we do the balancing, but then when we have to write the hydrogen, we always write it in the elemental form. Similarly, oxygen atom doesn't exist. What exists is O2. Nitrogen atom doesn't exist. What exists is N2, Cl2, Br2, I2. Fine, that's why this equation was incorrect. Clear? Abhinav?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now we will move to the questions which I gave as homework. Is there anyone who has not even tried doing the questions which I gave in the last class?
Ma'am, I forgot to do the homework.
You forgot to do the homework. You don't forget such things. Others, have you all tried? Zoha, Meher, Abhinav.
Ma'am, I tried.
Then what happened?
Ma'am, I didn't get the third one.
The third one, no problem. I'll help you in the ones which you didn't get. What about Subhansh? Sudhamshu, I haven't heard a word from you till now.
Ma'am, I have tried, but I don't know if they're all correct or not.
It's okay, that I'm going to discuss.
Ma'am,
Sudhamshu,
ma'am, I didn't did my homework.
you didn't get the homework. How is it possible, dear?
I didn't did my homework.
You didn't do okay. Aman and Shayan, what about you? And why are your videos turned off? There is no message from your end.
Ma'am, I didn't do the homework.
But why you people didn't do the homework? If you people didn't do these 5 equations, then how can I move further? You only tell me. If at all you people are not even trying, I'm not saying that all the answers have to be correct. I'm obviously going to discuss, but if you are not even trying, then how is it possible that I can move further? Okay, let's begin with the first one. Who has done? You may raise your hand so that I can see and ask. And the ones who haven't done, you are all requested to do it right now. Meanwhile, I discuss how to do them. Fine. Subhansh, fine. I'll give you the first chance then.
Ma'am, it will be 2 HBr.
Just a second. So basically, we mean to say it will be H2 plus Br2 gives 2 HBr, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
The correct equation. Was it correct for everyone?
Yes,
Meher,
ma'am.
try.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
I'm asking, did you try the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it correct for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then Sudhamshu, is it correct? I mean, I would like to ask from the ones who did not try, is it correct or did you understand the first one?
I'm
Ma'am, it's
doing it.
correct.
I'm doing it, ma'am.
You're doing, Sudhamshu?
Yes, ma'am.
Shayan, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move to the second one. Or I'll just quickly brief the first one so that you can match. So first we are going to write LHS and RHS. So on writing LHS and RHS, we will first write the atoms. So hydrogen and bromine are the atoms which are present on the LHS and RHS. If we look at the hydrogen atoms, the present number of hydrogen present are RN. Tell me the answer.
Which one, ma'am? First, H
Yes.
is 2, ma'am.
And
Br is 2, bromine.
then
H,
on this,
then H is here 1 and
right.
bromine is 1.
So what are we going to do?
Ma'am, we have to balance to ma'am. So we'll add 2 BHBr, ma'am.
Adding. We have to multiply.
Multiply.
I told you in the last class that we don't add, we multiply. So what are we going to do, RN?
Ma'am, the equation form, ma'am, will be H2 plus Br2 gives 2 HBr.
That's fine, but what are we going to do? How do you get that equation?
Ma'am, we will multiply that 2 with HBr.
Correct. Not, but you will not say that we will multiply 2 with HBr initially when we are just learning how to do it. You're going to see, you can choose any of them. If you say that, ma'am, we are going to multiply hydrogen by 2. So we
Okay.
will get 2 hydrogen atoms. So automatically, when we put this number 2 in front of hydrogen atom, automatically the bromine gets multiplied by 2 and this makes our equation equal. And the answer becomes H2 plus Br2 gives 2 HBr. Right, Aaron?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone who has a doubt in the first one? Fine, let's move to the second one. Who can try? We will begin as if you haven't done it because many didn't do. So I don't want that for 1 or 2 students. We just skip these equations. So we will do. I'm writing the equation. Who would like to try? I would say Sudhamshu, do you want to try this one? Yes.
Can you once show the third one?
The third one. Just a second. In the
Ma'am,
third,
can I try
it's
this?
not quick. It will be so easy for you all to do this one, the third one. Fine, you can write the question by the way. Yes, who was speaking?
Ma'am, I was speaking. Ma'am, may I try the second one?
Fine, go ahead. So tell me the first of all the atoms which are present. Zoha, you will help me in the third one. Fine.
Ma'am,
And
I haven't have.
no problem, I will help you. I'm there. I will help you in the entire question, but you have to tell me. Yeah. Anuja, go ahead.
Ma'am, Fe is 1 LHS में,
Right.
S is 1
Right.
and O is 4.
Correct. And what about RHS?
Ma'am, RHS in the Fe is 2
Correct.
and O is 3. Nee, O
Correct.
is 8. हाँ.
O is 8 actually. Very good.
हाँ, sorry. Or S2.
Correct. Just hold on here itself. Everybody has to look at this particular thing. Whenever we have one atom in multiple times, like, sorry, oxygen is present in Fe2O3, SO2, as well as SO3. So we are going to count all of them and we are going to add them and write. So when we count all of them and write it total, it becomes 8. Similar is the case with the sulfur. There are 2 sulfurs present. So we are going to write the total sulfur which are present, not just we will look at one. If we look at just one sulfur and leave the other, then it becomes wrong. The total sulfur you will write all together. Clear everyone? Fine, Anuja, tell me what to do the next thing.
Then in the LHS side to balance, we will multiply Fe with 2.
Correct. So if you multiply Fe by 2, then where am I supposed to put this number 2? First of all, tell me that.
Ma'am, in the LHS side.
Where? In
Ma'am,
front.
in front of Fe.
FeSO4 in front
Huh.
of the entire compound. So if we put this number 2 in front of the entire compound FeSO4, this number 2 automatically gets multiplied by Fe, then S, and then O also, right? So if it gets multiplied by sulfur, then the sulfur becomes 2. If it gets multiplied by oxygen, the oxygen becomes 2. And by chance, just by multiplying with just one number, the equation is already balanced, and the final equation is 2FeSO4 on heating gives us Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. So, children, I would like to ask from all of you, is there anyone who was not able to do this question previously or now? Those who didn't do the homework, were you all able to do it right now? Is there anyone who had a doubt in this particular part? Can I move further? Aryan, Zoha, Abhinav, Meher, Shayan, Aman. Yes?
Yes,
ma'am.
Subhansh, Ayanija, Dhriti. Ayanija has already told me. Abhigya. Abhigya, you were able to do the B part?
Yes, ma'am. Both the part.
Okay, cool. Let's move to the third part. I'll also have to see what was it. ALOH whole all thrice plus what is it? ZnCl2. Okay. ZnCl2. Now this I will help you all to make the answer very, 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 very easy. I hope this is fine. AlCl3. Fine. So Zoha, you are going to help me in this one. First, I listen what you want to say. Then later, I am going to help you to make it easier. Fine. So tell me the number, the atoms. Which all atoms are present on the LHS?
Al, O,
Correct.
H, Z, and Cl.
Very nice. And what about the numbers of these atoms which are present on the LHS?
Ma'am, 1 Al, 3 O, 3 H, 1 Zn, and 2 Cl.
Very nice. And what about the RHS? I would like to ask from Shayan. Shayan, can you tell me about the RHS? What all atoms and how many are those?
And aluminum, oxygen, hydrogen, zinc, and chlorine are the
I'm
atoms.
hear you properly. Can you come again?
And the atoms aluminum, oxygen, hydrogen, zinc, and chlorine.
Right, all the same atoms as in LHS. Now tell me the numbers.
Aluminum is 1,
Right,
oxygen is 2,
correct,
hydrogen is 2, zinc
correct.
is 1, chlorine is
Chlorine is 3. Correct. So now you have written the number of atoms. I can tell you the balancing by what we have written, but to make it a little easier, I'll just tell you a small point over here, and then we are going to do the balancing. Children, have you heard anything about this term? Polyatomic ions. If
Yes,
anyone has,
ma'am.
tell me. Only Subhan, that nobody has heard of this term?
I heard it. Ma'am.
You have heard it. Fine. So who can define or tell me what do you mean by this term?
A group of ions or atoms carrying a charge.
Not the ions. A group of atoms carrying a charge. Group of atoms carrying a charge. Aryan, can you give me an example
Mm,
of any polyatomic ion?
Ma'am, the wait, ma'am, phosphorus maybe.
No. Anyone else can try? Phosphorus is not correct.
Ma'am, hydroxyl.
Correct. Anyone else?
Ma'am, sulfate.
Correct.
Ammonia.
Ammonium, very good. Any other? Aman, do you know any?
Carbonate.
Very good. Carbonate is absolutely correct.
Sulfuric acid.
No. Not the sulfuric acid. Okay, now I'm
Oxide.
writing what you just said. No, not the oxide. So it was hydroxide, it was sulfate ion, it was carbonate ion, it was ammonium ion. We have studied this in class 9th. That's why I'm saying it was, right? So hydroxide, sulfate, carbonate, ammonium. Apart from that, what's the most common you will come across? I think that's fine for now, and then we can move further. So now whenever you see the polyatomic ions on both the reactants and the product side, but you have to remember very, very clearly that they should be present on both the sides. If they are present on both the sides, so like for example, if you look at this particular equation, can you see on both the side we have OH? On both the sides it is there, right? So what we can do is, instead of writing O and H separately, we write OH as a one unit. So what will be the number of OH on the LHS? 3. And OH on the RHS would be
2.
2. So now we are going to make them equal. How? So if we look at OH, only these are unequal, and chlorine, these are unequal. And if you look at the numbers, we have to cross multiply it so as to make them equal. So if I multiply 3 with 2, it gives me 6, and 2 with 3, it gives me 6, right? Yes, everyone? Now let me just multiply. Where will this number 2 on the LHS come in front of which compound?
Ma'am, OH.
Are compound I'm asking.
AL.
Which?
AL.
AL,
AL3.
Of
aluminum
ALOH
hydroxide.
whole thrice. So this number 2 will come in front of ALOH whole thrice. Any doubt still here? This number 2, which we have multiplied with OH, this is going to come in front of the entire compound, right? And then what about the number 3 on the RHS? It is going to come in front of what?
ZNOH whole twice.
ZNOH whole thrice. Meher, now it's your turn to help me. Nobody else is going to speak for now. So now if we see the numbers which we have multiplied, this makes how many aluminium and how many hydroxide on LHS total now? Tell me, Meher.
Ma'am, 2 aluminum
Very
and 6 OH.
Which we have already seen. Now
Yeah.
look at the RHS side, beta. Now tell me about RHS. How many zincs are present now?
Zincs 3,
Right. And what about OH?
6 already done.
Pretty same. Now the next step is to balance either the aluminium or the zinc or the chlorine. Whatever you balance, the equation gets balanced. Tell me what you need me to balance. Neither the aluminium are equal, nor the zinc are equal, nor the chloride ions are equal now. So wherever you make them equal, the entire equation will get balanced. Tell me, can I like multiply aluminium on the RHS by 2 now so as to equal the aluminium on both the sides? Right? So if I multiply aluminium by 2, that means this number 2 is going to come in front of AlCl3.
Yes.
How many aluminiums are there now? 2. We have already written. How many chlorine are there now?
6.
We multiply by 2 means 6. Now we are left with what? The zinc atoms and the chlorine atoms. How many zinc are there on the RHS? 3.
3.
On the LHS it is just
1.
1. So we are going to multiply zinc by the number 3. As soon as we multiply this number 3, this 3 gets multiplied with zinc as well as chlorine. So chlorine also becomes equal. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So our final equation becomes 2AlOH whole thrice plus 3ZnCl2 gives, this gives us 3ZnOH whole twice plus 2AlCl3. So wherever you see the polyatomic ions, On both the sides, I'm repeating again and again, on both the sides, because I will be giving you one example in which the polyatomic ion won't be seen on both the side. It would be present in the one side, and in the another side we won't be able to say it. Fine. So on both the sides, when polyatomic ion is there, we can consider it as one unit. Fine. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
this particular part? Or is there anyone whose this part was correct already?
Mine.
Ma'am, mine.
Ma'am, even I did it.
And Abhinav, very nice. Good, children. Now tell me about the D part. It is Mg plus HCl. So Mg plus HCl, this is, I think, easy. Mg, who hasn't got the chance till now? I think Aman hasn't got. Aman, you tell me. In this, you have to tell me what I'm supposed to write.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. 1 mg,
Correct.
1 H,
Correct.
1 Cl in the LHS.
Right.
In the RHS, 1 mg,
Correct.
2 H,
Correct.
2 Cl.
That's absolutely correct. Now, now what am I supposed to do?
Ma'am, then multiply H with 2 in the LHS.
Correct. And then where am I supposed to put this number to?
In front of HCl.
Very nice. And
Then
then
you multiply Cl.
automatically it gets multiplied by 2, and our final answer becomes Mg plus 2HCl, which gives us MgCl2 plus H2. Anyone who's this equation who could not understand this or was incorrect? Everyone did it? Okay.
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
didn't get the chance for the last equation? I would like to ask from you only. See. Anyone who didn't get a chance at all till now?
Ma'am, Dhriti.
Dhriti, fine. Dhriti, you have to help me. CaCO3 plus 2SO4. This gives us. Now again, you can observe. What do you observe here?
SO4.
SO4. But do you see that there is carbonate ion in the reactant, but in the product we don't have any carbonate ion? Can you all observe this? Do these two things, that sulfate is present on both the side, whereas carbonate is present only and only in the LHS, but not in the RHS, right? So let us start, Dhriti. Tell me about the LHS.
Ma'am, Ca is 1.
Correct.
C is also 1.
Correct.
And so is S.
S is also 1. Okay.
O is 7.
Okay.
And H is 2.
Okay. But in this way, you haven't taken the sulfate ion as one unit. But if you take it as one unit, it will be so easy for you to balance the equation. Fine. So we'll change it and we will write sulfate as one sulfate is only present. Since there is no number with the bracket with sulfate, so there is only one. And oxygen atoms are 3 here. Fine. Now let us come to the product side. Tell me about the product side, means the RHS.
C is 1.
Correct.
C is also 1.
Correct.
SO4 is also.
SO4 is also 1. Correct.
O is 3.
Correct.
And H is 2.
So do we need to balance this equation?
No, ma'am.
This equation is already balanced. I gave it intentionally. This equation is already balanced. Any doubts in any of the 5 questions which I gave as homework, children? Anyone?
No.
Shayan, Meher, you are able to understand since it was your first class last week?
Yes, ma'am. This topic was done in 9th.
Okay, very nice. Aryan Sudhamshu has joined. Any doubt, anyone? Can I go
No, ma'am.
give you 1 or 2 more questions to try now?
No, ma'am. Say no doubt, ma'am.
Okay, so next question. You do this question. Na plus H2O. It gives us Now this is a little tricky. Let me see if you can do by yourself. I'll give you all 5 minutes to do it. If anyone already does it, you can tell me. Children, keep your videos turned on. Shayan, Zoha, Arin. Try this question, everyone. And I'm giving you another one. We will discuss two. If anyone will be able to do the first one, you have to first tell me, then we can move further.
मैम फर्स्ट वाला हो गया.
Okay. Try the second one. We will wait for everyone else also to do it. At least 1-2 students do, then we will move further. Children, if you will be able to do all of them, acha, one important thing. The questions which I'll be giving you today for the homework, I'll be giving you the same homework that you have to balance. I'll give you 5 questions. Please make sure that everyone does it. Am I making it clear to everyone? Because if you people do not practice, then we cannot move further, children. And I will not come to know that you have any doubts or not. Fine. Everyone has to complete the homework which I will be uploading after the class. Only 5 equations, it would hardly take 10 minutes to complete it. Fine. Don't forget also. So is the first equation done by all?
Ma'am, second also
Yes, ma'am.
completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Aaron, you've done both or you've done just the second one?
Ma'am, both.
Okay. Shayan done the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Zoha done?
Yes, ma'am.
Dhriti?
Yes, ma'am.
Amman?
Yes, ma'am.
Meher and Abhinav and Ayonija?
Ma'am, I'm
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
it.
Meher, you are
Done,
doing?
ma'am.
Okay. So let us start trying this one. Who wants to opt out to do the first one? Subhansh? Go ahead, tell me.
Ma'am, in the left hand side, Na is 1, H is 2, and oxygen is also a 1. In the right hand side, Na 1, O 1, and H 3.
O is 1 and hydrogen is 3. Now what are we supposed to do?
Ma'am, in the left hand side, we should multiply hydrogen by 3,
But
and on
which,
the right hand side by 2.
but fine, if I multiply here by 3, that's fine. You know where to multiply this. But I am asking, if you're saying you are multiplying it by 2, where? You have hydrogen here also and here also. So where are you?
Yes, ma'am, on NaOH.
We have to multiply this by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, then oxygen automatically will be multiplied by 3 and 2 on left hand side and right hand side. And on right hand side, Na will also be multiplied by 2. So to balance it, we should multiply Na on 2 by on left hand side as well.
Okay, but Hydrogens are balanced. Do you think so? It's incorrect. Anyone else wants to try? Then I will help you out. I want to tell you one very important rule, I would say, before anyone else tries now. Fine. Now listen carefully. Everyone is supposed to listen, even if you have solved. Okay, the ones who were saying that they have already done it, I would like to know the answer. Aryan, what's your answer?
Ma'am, 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3 or 4 plus 4H2.
The first one.
Ma'am, first one it is 2Na plus 2H2O gives rise to 2NaOH plus H2.
That's correct. Okay, but I'm not sure what way you have opted, but everyone please pay attention and hear and listen in very carefully so that you can complete the equation. So on the RHS, sodium is 1, oxygen is 1, fine. But then whenever we have hydrogens or any atom which are present in more than one compound, it is always better to write it this way. In the first one, how many hydrogens are there? 1. And in the second one, there are 2. So total is 3. Clear? Now, when we have to balance whenever we have seen sodiums are already balanced, oxygen are already balanced. So when we have to move further with the next one, means the last one, which is hydrogen, and there are 2 times the hydrogen are present in 2 different places, then whenever the number is odd, we will make it even at all times. How do you make this one even? By multiplying 1 by
2.
2.
So we will erase it here and we multiply 2 to make the hydrogens even. Now the total number of hydrogen becomes how many?
4.
4. Sodiums become how many after the multiplication by 2? 2 and 2. Now we will balance it, we will equalize with the LHS. Now sodium there on the RHS is 2, so we have to multiply the sodium by 2 to make them equal. So we multiplied by 2. Hydrogen, we have 4 on the RHS and on the LHS we have just 2. So we are going to multiply the hydrogen by 2. As soon as we multiply the hydrogen by 2, oxygen automatically gets multiplied by 2 and the equation gets balanced. Am I making it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so already Aryan has already given the answer for this particular part. Is there anyone who has doubt? Aman, do you have a doubt in this one?
Ma'am, I haven't solved that yet.
You solved it. Meher, can you tell me how to do this one?
Ma'am, I didn't solve it yet, but I can try.
You try it here itself and then you can note down in your notebook, right?
Ma'am,
So
elements are Fe, hydrogen and oxygen.
that's correct.
And in LHS, it's 1 Fe, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
Very good.
And in RHS, it's 3 Fe,
Correct.
4 oxygen and 2 hydrogen.
Correct. Now what to do?
Hydrogen is balanced and Fe. I have to multiply in LHS, I have to multiply Fe into 3 Fe.
That's absolutely correct. The next thing.
And to balance the oxygen, I have to multiply in LHS with 4.
That's absolutely correct. Then
Ma'am, I think it's balanced.
Abhinav, what do you think? Is it balanced?
No, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am,
what?
we have to
We
multiply
have to
the
multiply
H2 with
hydrogen.
4.
H2 by,
4.
because when we multiplied this 4 with water, the hydrogen and oxygen both got multiplied. So here we have to balance the hydrogens by multiplying it by 4. So the final answer is 3Fe plus 4H2O. It gives us Fe3O4 plus 4H2, right? Let us move on to the next equation now. Now let me see who can do it. Mg3N2 plus H2O. This gives us MgOH whole twice plus NH3. Now you people can try. Is there anyone who has done it?
Ma'am, I have done.
Okay, you just tell me the answer, then I will ask for the. Let me see means your answer is correct or not.
Ma'am, Mg3N2 plus 6H2O gives 3 MgOH whole twice plus 2 NH3.
Okay, I will wait for one or two children. I will not disclose if it is correct or incorrect. Anyone else has done it? Nobody?
But still doing it.
Still doing it. Try it. But I think the time would be over for the class. So this answer is correct. Whatever I have written is correct. But this also adds on to your homework. You will be completing this. You have to get this answer.
Ma'am, like I've come till there, ma'am. Like
Almost done.
I multiplied like 3 MgOH2 and 2 NH3, but O counts like
They're not coming out to
6,
be.
right? 6
Yeah.
and in NH3 also 6. So 6 plus 6, 12. Oh, okay. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
You are speaking you are talking about oxygen and you're looking for hydrogen. Yeah. So I hope you will be able to do this, and I will be uploading 5 questions as homework. I will not be uploading this question. Everyone will be trying those questions. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. We'll discuss those questions, and I'll move on to the next step of balancing. Fine? Okay, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Do try the questions, don't leave, and don't forget to do it.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye
Bye,
now.
bye, bye. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, beta.